Loving, intense, zealous, passionate, relentless, expectant, urgent. I mean, these are some of the words that describe the way that I father. And I know my kids get tired of me at times. I know that many see me and wonder why I live like tomorrow may not come. But if we're honest, tomorrow may not come. And the last thing that I will ever leave this world with is regret. I mean, it's something that haunts me at times. It keeps me on my toes because if we're honest, it is so easy to slip into complacency as a father. And I think part of why God allowed me to see my estranged dad suffer the way he did at the end of his life was to show me this. It was to teach me this. And as I watched my dad suffer and eventually pass away from cancer, the cycle of emotions, man, they were a lot to bear. I mean, I watched him for 4 months as he processed his 68 years on this earth. And he never had to say a word about how he felt. I saw the regret. I saw the desperation. I saw the fear. I saw the sorrow. Why? Well, because of his decisions. He never lived for the things that mattered. And here's the truth. I carried these emotions. I felt like as I sat at his bedside all those hours, the emotions literally transferred to me, literally in my body, to a point where I felt sick myself and thought something was wrong with me. It was his regret and his desperation, his fear and his sorrow that caused me to look inward at myself. I took inventory. I began to think of the generational curse that had been shattered when I gave my life to Jesus. Chains were broken, and now I had a beautiful opportunity to change the future in the way that I father and lead my family. I have a chance to do what my dad never did. And the Lord gave me a front row seat to help me understand the importance of legacy. It's not something that can be earned last minute. It's a lifetime of work and effort and sacrifice and discipline and hard lessons learned. There is failure and there's falling short. There's walking the humble and low road. And as I looked at my dad in his last moments, I knew he wished he had done different, but it was too late. And he had to live and die with that. And the thought of that being me terrifies me. And it should terrify you. Fathers, listen to me. Every single one of us will face this day. We will all depart this earth and we will all leave behind a legacy. So I ask you, how will our kids remember us? I know this makes you super uncomfortable, but that question has to dominate our mindset and we must live for it. I mean, why would you live for anything different? Why would you sacrifice your kids on the altar of work or on the altar of sports or the altar of entertainment or the altar of money? The altar of comfort. Our chance to father children is one of the greatest gifts that we will ever receive on this side of eternity. So as you celebrate being celebrated today, ask yourself how you're doing. It's not enough to just get by. It's not enough to be mediocre. It's not enough to just talk about it. Be about it. Be intense and zealous and passionate and relentless and expectant because tomorrow is not promised, friends. Your legacy is at stake.